We finally completed the factory that produces 68,000 iron ingots per minute. We got every single iron node on the map, mix it with 20,000 water per minute, and bring it all back here. At least, that's what it's supposed to do. We still need to connect all that water, get the second half of the iron on the map, and then find out whether this completely ridiculous factory actually works. This factory is almost done, but we are missing one minor detail. Water. A completely normal amount of water. So all of these pipes need to be full. Every single one of them. Because instead of just smelting the iron like a normal person, I'm using the Pure Iron Ingot recipe, which is great. It gives me way more iron. But apparently the trade-off is that I now have to personally recreate the municipal water system of a medium-sized American city. So one thing I know we're going to have to do eventually is get water up to this platform. So let's start with a blueprint. I'm genuinely dreading this part of this build because, oh my god, I hate pipes so much, and I already know something is going to go wrong here. I don't know what, but it's going to be something. Just now, my gut's telling me it's probably going to have something to do with these pumps. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Next up is the horizontal pipes. So I did some math and I realized I'm gonna need like 2.5 of these blueprints per section to get this all the way to where I want it to get. So I'm thinking we might run out of material at some point. Let's see how it looks. Switch this to auto connect. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Yep, that's gonna work. We're gonna extend this out, get all the way out where we need to go, and see how many of these sections we're actually gonna need. Let's see how far we've gotten here. Oh, we got a long way to go. Ooh. That looks far enough. Let's extend the width here. I'm having another moment right now, just remembering how stupid this whole project is. Let's figure out how we're going to place these water extractors now.
Fixit property will not function outside of Fixit property. Return Fixit property to Fixit property immediately.
Well, that setup's not going to work. Someone much smarter than me would have planned this out before they started building, but that's not how we do things here, so let's scrap it and try again. This is definitely going to be in the way. I know it doesn't look like I've done much here, but I promise I'm thinking real hard. Oh yeah, this is kind of glorious. Let's connect this. That's the first one. First of 44, and it's not straight. Okay, hold on. I'm pretty satisfied with this setup. I think it's going to work. Oh, wait a second. I have to have twice as many pipes running down the middle here for the other set of extractors. Let's scrap it and start over. After many, many water extractors being placed and a lot of pipes, I finally finished half of it. This is half of it. I got to do a whole nother half of all of this again on the other side. Tactical slide. Oh shoot. I can't get out. I gotta crawl. I gotta crawl all the way over here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, admittedly, this middle section is going to be kind of a mess, but we're very function over form here on this channel. I guess it's time to actually start this second half here. No, that's not how it's supposed to look. We did it. All the extractors are hooked up, powered up, ready to push some water. But I don't really like it just being out in the open like this, so we need to add a building around it. I'm already losing my patience for the pretty part of this build. You know I love my glass. Lots and lots of glass. And of course we need a roof because we can't let the water extractors get wet. You know, it'd be real useful, like a Mark III or 7 pipe. This is the beginning of a giant glass window viewing for all of these pipes as they run up this tower. I will never finish this, but the idea in my head looks really cool. Just need to run these blueprints all... Son of a... Yep, I knew it. We ran out of copper. That's alright, we'll just rip up the old one. It is really easy to forget how much material you use over the course of playing this game. Come hell or high water, we're finishing this today. We finally got him all connected. This is the last blueprint. We're attached now. Water extractor plant is attached to our iron plant. Look how glorious this is. So cool. I know it doesn't look finished, but it does its job, so we'll let the construction crew deal with the rest of this. While I continue making objectively terrible decisions, you should subscribe. At least one of us should make a good one. Okay, that's enough celebrating because we still need to get the other half of this map's... That was a bit dramatic, but yes, that's exactly what we need. We need to get the rest of this map's iron. Don't mind me, just placing some more miners. Oh, I came prepared this time, bud. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. We only have like a few more regions left. Gotta make sure these get balanced out correctly. Nice, knock it off the list. Moving on. Even more miners. So this is what it feels like to be iron. You know, I was kind of bored at first, but this is actually kind of peaceful. Another one down. Beam me up, Scotty. Gotta get these rails down to the bottom over here where I spawned. This is gonna take a bit. Well, unfortunately, these ramps are not steep enough to get me down fast enough, so we're gonna have to figure out some other way to get down. I have an idea? I did something like this like on one of my very first saves ever, so I'm hoping it still works. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. This is gonna work. Rule 1, does it work? Rule 2, nothing else matters. Physics is a lie.
There's no way this is OSHA compliant!
If you ever watched one of my videos and thought, I could have stopped him from doing that, you probably couldn't have. My mom tried for many, many years, but you're welcome to try. Our free Patreon membership gets you into the writer's room where we talk about upcoming videos, ideas, thumbnails, titles, and whatever terrible decision I'm working on next. Link below. Uh-oh, trains are in a pickle over here.
Chosen one!
I'm coming! The trains interrupting my work for blocking their own path is wild work. Get your together. Full circle moment. I may have a tear in my eye a little bit. This is our very first area. Let's knock it out. Conquer the map in these 3 easy steps. Train it up, mine it up, balance it up, send it out. Okay, I guess that's 4. We're on the home stretch. There's only one area left. The purple crater. You know the drill. Train station, miners, balancer, and send it out. That's it, guys. That's everything. All 36,840 iron ore per minute. Weeks of work and sweat and toil has led to this. However, I'm a little concerned that these trains are not unloading efficiently. We may need to fix that, so let's go see what's happening at the factory. Real hard to unload if it's got nowhere to go. My bad. Here's a fancy little train splitter that I came up with. All right, now I just got to get this iron to the machines. All 1,056 of them. Okay, speaking of minor concern, how much power is all of this going to draw? Holy cow. Okay, we're going to have enough here? I think we'll be all right. Cross your fingers. And that's 2. People keep asking me on TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz, what am I going to do with all this iron? I'll show you. We're going to sink it, of course. I mean, just think about all those points. I'm kidding. Of course, we're not going to sink all this. I've got a plan for it, but right now I just got to make sure we're not drawing too much power. Belts, 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 belts. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty cool. I'm losing it. Oh, it's even cooler looking when they're moving. Oh, a pipe problem. How unbelievably unpredictable. The next couple days were just filled with a lot of this. Just more and more belts. I also spent some time building a merch store. And by merch, I mean we made a mug. That's it. That's the whole store. So if you've ever wanted to financially support whatever the hell this is and receive a reasonably useful drinking vessel in return, head over to SHOOTYBOIS.com. And maybe one day we'll sell a second thing. Here's the last sink. And that's it. Factory's built. Now let's see whether this thing actually works. Here's our train junction. We've got incoming trains coming from over here and incoming trains coming from over here. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe we'll fix this later. Trains then come in and they've got 4 different options. We've got our bottom layer here. They will, let me catch this ride. No, come back. Anyway, like I was saying, they come up here. They will then unload. This is our first level. So far, it looks like everything's moving. We've got our buffers and a floating power line from some remnant of something. We'll fix that later. Our splitters are working. Priority mergers. Lazy river for the iron. Of course, we got to have lights. Outgoing iron ingots. They then go through our monitor here that makes sure that everything's 100% efficient. And if you'll join me on a ride, we'll see these slowly start to pile up. Oh, that one's got a problem. That one too. There's work to be done. And boom, we're sinking them for now. We'll figure out what to do with them later. Each level has their own sink section. It's pretty incredible to look at, honestly. And then, of course, all of our water comes from our water factory way over there. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself that I was able to pull this off. This was a huge undertaking. And there it is. Every iron node on the map. Every miner, every train, every completely unnecessary mile of pipe, all for 68,000 iron ingots per minute. This is easily the biggest thing I've ever built in Satisfactory, and after 3 videos, an unreasonable amount of water, and several decisions I absolutely refuse to defend, we're done. With iron anyway. Because there are still 9 other resources on this map that I haven't completely ruined yet. So I guess we should fix that.